Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just want to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way, I do hope everyone's day is going well so far. And whatever personal goals you are trying to reach, you are having at least some amount of success on your personal journey of self-betterment and growth. Today, I want to talk a little bit about how do the narcissists see themselves. And this video ties into the last video where I talked about narcissist parents really doing a mental number on their sons and daughters, and how I witnessed an example of this from a movie I just watched. Now in this video, I didn't mention the name of this movie, but many of you guessed the name correctly. And I guess I will say it here, because it also showed examples on how narcissists see themselves. And the movie we are talking about is the Joker movie. It really is an example of growing up with a narcissist parent that has filled your head full of lies, and they have worked hard to not allow you to have healthy connections with others. So you are nothing more than their narcissistic supply that will always be there. With that said, in this movie, you get to see the inner workings on how the narcissist sees themselves. And it's really complex and layered, with many different sides to it. But to make it a bit more simple, you see the self-hate, then quickly turn to over-the-top grandiosity. Without ruining the movie for you, you will notice several scenes where he's imagining being well loved, even being on television with people cheering for him, with also having a love interest, when it was all in this narcissist's imagination. Many of us have heard that narcissists live their life like it's a movie, and they are just wanting you to read off of a movie script. And because of their grand ideas on how you and life should be, it's very easy for them to turn on you and get disappointed with the fact you aren't keeping up with their movie script. You see, there are narcissists that are on the outside of society, where they not only have narcissistic thoughts and behavior, then there are those narcissists that are inside society as well. They dress and look normal. They have families. They go on vacation. And they appear to have a normal life. And I guess this is a topic I would like to explore at another time maybe. But it seems the narcissists that are on the outside of society, kind of like in this movie, or my mother and brother, living in a tiny cramped and cluttered apartment, shut off from society. It seems these types have less access to live out their movie script than those that have money, a home, and society all around them. So what happens is, in my belief, the narcissist that is shut off from the world, they get more strange and their thoughts get more weird, if that makes sense. Because their idea of what is ideal just gets more and more warped with each passing year of their lives. Where is the narcissist that has at least some structure to their lives? They can go out there and live their wacky scripts all day every day. And they get smoother and better at working to get their weird scripts to blend in with everyday society. Though still very toxic, it's maybe a bit harder for those to detect it around them than someone with outwardly strange antics and behavior. It's very interesting to say the least. But in their head there is this constant battle of self-hatred and the movie script where they are the best in the world. And they are loved by everyone. And what they do is project onto others to get the self-hatred voice and images to dull itself. So they can only hear and see the over-the-top image that they are getting from their fake movie script in their mind. And in this movie The Joker, you really get to see these made up in the narcissist's mind scenes acted out. These are really the thoughts of the narcissists. Now I think we've all had a grand thought before, where we wished we were recognized for something important we did, or something we were good at. But the difference between that and the narcissist is we understand it's not real. Hopefully we understand that anyways. But I think you know what I mean here when I say this. Narcissists can't stand that self-hate voice that is screaming in their head at them. And all of the times they were called names. Or beaten up. And the only way to dull that down to where they can't hear it anymore is to replace that self-hate loud voice in their minds with an even louder voice of grandiosity, where they live their life where they are in a movie that they have written, a movie where they are flawless and everyone else loves them. And if they don't follow the script, then they are written out of their show. And this is why dealing with a narcissist is dangerous. And if you suspect a friend you just made might be one, or a new person you are dating might be one, do what you need to do to safely get out of this person's life, or to get this person out of your life. Because I've never seen it end up good by trying to work with such an individual, or trying to get them to see the error in their thinking. Because if you were successful in doing this, their self-hatred voice would turn back on, and their movie script would disappear. And they will do anything to keep that from happening. Even if that means lying about you, which they are most likely doing already, and doing whatever they have to do to ruin you and your life. The narcissist's thinking is evil and warped. Because it's this evil and warped thinking that allow them to put one foot in front of the other, and to move on from one point of life to another, feeding on people's emotions and discarding them along the way. And to backtrack for just a moment to make it clear, the narcissists that get their script to blend into society, along with the narcissist that is on the outside of society and that is seen as strange, they are equally warped and twisted in their thinking. The main difference is one has more access and influence to live out their movie script than the other does. And that's why they say covert narcissists are so dangerous, because they are able to blend into society, where the outwardly strange narcissist is a bit easier to spot. With that said, they are both equally twisted and toxic. I hope this gave some insight into the mind of the narcissist. I think this is something that I would like to explore more and talk about in greater detail. Because the more we know, the more we can avoid such individuals and situations. Which means we can allow ourselves to be around people that might have healthier ways of thinking and behaving. Because after all, we are social beings. But first we need to become healthy ourselves. However, we still should know what the narcissist is thinking, so we can know what to look for and so we can know what to avoid. I do hope this video helps in that regard. With that said, I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.